just wanna live. I just wanna live. Bitch, don't understand. Don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Let's get it. 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 Okay, what's up, guys? What's happening? Skidaddle, skidoodle. 1 second, Runo. I just need to turn on some music. Music. We need some music for the stream. There it is. There's the tune we're used to. Let's see. Subarashi, welcome to the stream. Josiah, welcome to the stream. Chrissy Boy, welcome to the stream. Stricker Plays, welcome to the stream. Sebastian Moda, welcome to the stream. Josiah Code, welcome to the stream. Poke Ninja, welcome to the stream. Doom Shooter, welcome to the stream. Nick Victory Fire, welcome to the stream. Ellie Vorwick, welcome to the stream. MZ Yanni, welcome to the stream. And yeah, I think that's all the names in the chat at the moment. Welcome everybody. Poke Ninja, what's Pray for Ninja? What? No way, Ibarbo, welcome to stream, dude. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Showdown today. Nah, I mean we could do a bit of showdown. You know what? Yeah, let's do some showdown. Let's play some showdown while we're chilling here and talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield. I bet you people will leave because, like, you know, they don't see the Sword and Shield website on the screen. So, oh no, guys, oh my God, guys, it's not Pokemon Sword and Shield related, so I can't watch. It's literally how people act when it comes to these streams. They don't see, like, the Sword and Shield fucking webpage, right? If they don't see this, they leave stream. It's honestly the most flabbergasting shit in the world. I've literally proven this in the past, by the way. We actually did this back in the day when we had, like, around 600 viewers per stream. What I did was, like, I was like, okay, guys, look at this, right? Let me stop showing the web page and let me go to Showdown real quick and see what's gonna happen with the viewership. And we did that, and we literally lost half the people left. Just because, like, we talked about the same stuff, right? We were still talking about Pokemon. We were still talking about rumors, leaks, and whatever the fuck. But just because it wasn't showing this website in the background, they were just like, oh no, it's not Pokemon Sword and Shield related, I gotta go. Oh, man. So, like, it shit doesn't work, bro. Even if you have, like, gameplay in the corner, it doesn't matter. Or, like, whatever, they just leave. As soon as they don't see, like... just, like, the website, they leave, man. It's so weird. Daryl, what's good, mate? What's poppin', dude? Welcome to the stream. Alright, let's go. Sled Bomb. I'm leaving no Sword and Shield. Oh, man. What's good? John, what's good, mate? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Zelda Man, what's good as well, mate? Welcome to the stream, dude. So what type jinx would be if you do believe that it's gonna get Galar form? If it was to get a Galar form, I'm thinking like, shit, what could it get actually? Now that I think about it, bro. Like, what could it get? Like, genuinely, what could it actually get it? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think, but I actually have no idea. I don't really know what it could be, honestly, now that I think about it. I don't really know. Could be anything. But yeah, it was, like, I don't know, because, like, I can't really think of anything particular that, oh, god damn, dude. I can't think of anything particular that would work for it, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing in particular I can think of that's like, oh, this could be the ting, you know? This could be the ting that would, you know, fit it, but, like, nothing comes to mind in terms of, like, a typing, because, like, I think it's current typing, like, I don't know, like, it's just, I have a hard time thinking of something different, you know? Same as Corsola? I mean, it could go down that path. I mean, you already won this match, though, Gekon, so this is not even worthwhile for me, dude. Also, I just went in with a Hippowdon against a fucking Swoobat. Jeez. Alright, let's, shit, I don't know what to do. Bro, this is a surrender, bro. This is a forfeit. That's a loss, mate. I can't do shit against that Swoobat. I didn't expect you to go for Calm Mind straight away. Maybe Psychic Fighting or Ghost. Really? A fighting type... A fighting type Jinx? I don't know, man. That shit doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. I don't know. I don't know if it would make sense a lot. I don't know, man. Fucking Moonblast. Jeez. That's not nice. Shit. Okay. You think direct on Pokemon Day? I have a feeling there could be a direct on Pokemon Day. Definitely. Definitely have a feeling it could be a direct on Pokemon Day. 100%. 100%. 100%, my friend. 100%. I think it's highly possible. Why would it be highly possible? Well, it just makes sense in general, right? Like, just in general, it makes sense to have one because we haven't really had any proper kind of, whatchamacallit. Like, we just haven't had any proper, like, information about the DLC for a while. You know, so it makes sense to, like, give us to that on that specific day. She's gonna outspeed me, so I might as well Drain Punch. I didn't Rage Quit. Listen, Rage Quit is if I actually get angry. I just lost that. Like, that was... There's a bro, you gotta realize, like, there's a... Like, that's not a Rage Quit. A Rage Quit would have been, like, if I did, like, this. Like, fuck you! Fuck you, I'm not playing this. That would have been a Rage Quit, which I didn't give a shit about that. I just lost the match. Like, there was no way I could win that. Like, that's not a Rage Quit. Like, Rage Quit would have been if I actually got angry, but I've got nothing to be angry about there. He just had, like, a good setup, so I couldn't do shit against it. So I was like, oh, you know what? Hey, can't do much about it. Might as well give up the match, because honestly, I couldn't do shit, so... You gotta learn what Rage Quit actually means. Clinton, how are you? I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm actually doing really good. I'm having a good time. I actually played the tournament yesterday. Played the Rainbow Six Siege tournament. We lost. We lost. We did. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It actually was truly a lot of fun, I've got to say. It was really enjoyable. It was fun to, like, you know, be a part of. I enjoyed it. You know, it was fun. Now slam the Fargies. Let's see. Let's see. I hope they don't show the Mythical. I hope we get more old Pokemon confirmed. Well, the Mythical is going to definitely be shown. That's already confirmed. We already know that's literally one of the pinnacle things that they're going to be doing. So we know that's already going to happen, you know? Yeah, like, I didn't Rage Quit. Like, I just, like, you know, I just left because it was a loss for me anyways. Like, there's not much I could have do there. Not much as I could do there. Let's go Psychic again. Alright, there we go. Hey, Ruffle, can you read my previous comment? Just repost it, mate. Just repost it. Let's see. Ruffle, I think there's going to be a Galarian Psyduck and Golduck that are going to be water poison type based on a platypus. What makes you think that? Like, what is there any specific reason you think that, or is there just kind of like a random thought you have? Like, well, is there a specific reason for that, or like, how did you come to that conclusion? Is my question. Again, repost it, Ben. Just repost it, dude. Just repost it. Actually, I already read yours. Why would I need to read it again? Oh, shit! You got an Eternatus as well? Oh, that's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit. Get out of here. Get out of here, Subarashi. Get out of here. Oh, man. Dark Psychic Jinx with Prankster? Ooh, that could be interesting. But I don't know. I mean... Shit, I don't know, bro. Like, anything's possible at this point. Like, honestly, who fucking knows? But I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, you know? Really? My man's gonna bulk up? Get out of here. Get out of here. Anything new on Kindred Fates? They actually hit their Nintendo Switch goal, so the game's gonna be coming to Nintendo Switch. I actually haven't checked Kindred in, like, a day or two. I haven't checked it, but I can check it right now. I plan to make another video on it very soon. I know there's 3 days to go now until the end of it, but they've almost reached $300,000 in funding. So they're, give or take, 54, 55, give or take, like $51,000, give or take, right? $51,000 away from co-op. So yeah, but they're, you know, that's like a stretch goal. Their initial goal was hit like within like, I think the second, third day or something like that. So yeah, they've done well. I'm really proud of them. Oh man. Oh shit, my boy went for Ice Beam. And I went for that Dynacanon. I should have really gone for a cover here, but oh well. Let's see. I have a strong feeling that there is going to be a Galarian Aggron because everyone likes that mon. Well, that doesn't really mean anything. Just like because people like it doesn't mean like it's going to get like... Or also, that there's no way to prove that people like it. I mean, sure, people generally might like a Pokemon, but there's no way to prove how much the interest is unless you take into account, like, the amount of merchandise sales, which I'm pretty sure Aggron doesn't sell that much, let's be honest. Like, we're gonna be frankly honest here, it probably doesn't, like, you know, give you that fucking much in terms of sales for Pokemon, the Pokemon company. They probably get something out of it, like, otherwise they wouldn't really, you know... They wouldn't really do it. They wouldn't really, like, keep it. Like, sorry, they wouldn't do, like, merchandise for it at all. But, like, you know, whatchamacallit, like, it definitely isn't enough to, like, justify, like, you know, giving it some big role or whatever. I mean, I think what they want to do, they want to probably go for the more cute Pokemon, like all the cutesy wootsy shit, you know what I mean? They want to go for that, and the reason they want to go for those ones, yeah, Aggron is cool, I fucking love Aggron, okay? It's one of my favorite Pokemon from Generation 3, but it doesn't mean that, like, all of a sudden, like, that's you know, because we like it, that they're gonna do it, right? Let's be honest, Game Freak does whatever the fuck they want. They'll always give Charizard another form, because it's fucking Charizard, right? But they'll ignore, like, some of the other, like, really cool Pokemon, because, like, to them, I guess it just isn't worthwhile, right? They just, in their mind, it isn't popular enough, or in their mind, they don't think it's good enough to, you know, to elevate it, really. They don't want to elevate it. So, I don't know, it is what it is. There are very few Steel types, 28 to be exact, I think. Let me see, Aggron Plushie. Plush, let me see, Aggron Plush. There are Aggron plushes, of course, like, of course there is, right? But if you actually look at it, like, you know, what would make them do it again, like, do something for this Pokemon again, considering it already had, like, a Mega, right? So, like, why would they want to go and make, like, another thing for it? Like, I mean, was it popular enough when it had a Mega? Like, that's the real question, right? If it was popular enough when it had a Mega, then yeah, they could justify making another one, right? Like, they could make a Galarian form or something, you know, or Gigantamax form. But was it even popular enough back then to really justify that happening? Like, I guess that's really the bigger question, right? Did you hear about, even though you, I don't give a shit about, bro, listen, Jeffrey, why do you need to tell me about this all the time, bro? I don't care. Like, I genuinely don't give a shit, bro. Like, I genuinely don't give a shit. Like, no joke, I don't give a fuck, mate. Like, I don't know why you're telling me this. You always do this shit, bro. Even though I tell you I don't give a fuck, you keep telling me. Like, I've told you in the past. I know you've talked about this shit before, and I've told you in the past. I just don't fucking care. But you still bring it up, though, which always confuses me. So, you don't need to bring it up, mate. I've already told you, if I tell you once, I don't give a shit about something, that should be enough of a reason to, like, just basically just don't bring it up, okay? Like, it should be enough, okay? I shouldn't need to repeat myself, give or take 5 times now, telling you, like, I don't care about that individual, I don't want to hear anything about that individual, yet you still bring it up. I've already told you, I don't want to hear anything about that person, like, at all. So that's the end-all is-all for that situation. Just do not bring him up. I don't fucking care for that cunt, okay? So, like, just don't bring him up. Don't give. I don't need his fucking attention. Like I just don't need to give him more attention than he already has. Like, that's it. Even though I can't really give him more than he already has, but I don't want to. Even, like, for my small audience, I still want to expose them to that asshole. Rodrigo, what's good, mate? What's poppin', dude? Bow, 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 bow. But as for what I was saying, though, about Aggron, like, he already has a Mega, and I don't know how popular the Mega was, you know, in terms of, like, popularity. Like, I don't know. It's just, like, I don't know. It's just, like, I don't know, man. Like, would they really want to do another one? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't make, like, it doesn't make a lot of, like, sense for them, I maybe think, but I don't know. Isu Punchu. Ah, shit, that did nothing, basically. Jeez. Alright, Alright. Neat. Alright, we should be able to... No, we won't outspeed, will we? Oh, the close combat. Holy shit, yo. Woo! It's a big yikers. Alright, Masuda? I don't really have much to say about Masuda. He just does his job. Give Togepi more attention with the Galar form. You can't fix lol. Well, Togepi already got enough attention, I think. Well, you know, I don't think we need to give Togepi more attention, you know. I think Togepi's all good. I mean, he's already got an evolution, Togekiss, right? So, what's the point? Or actually, no. The one in the middle, then Togekiss. But if you read the Pokemon manga, it's pretty good. I actually got the first part, like the first part of, like, the collection, like, you know, the red part of it. I've got that whole, like, set. Sorry, that's what the word I was looking for is. I've got the set right behind me. So yeah. What do you think about the new anime? It's alright, it's alright. I do think it has two major issues, okay? I think it has two big-ass fucking issues, but other than that, like, I think the shit that's happening in it is pretty cool, but it has two massive flaws, and I'm gonna do a video about this. I actually literally have it written down here. A video I'm gonna do is like, the Pokemon Generation 8 has, anime has a huge direction problem. Pokemon 2019 Sword and Shield anime, and it's gonna be a video I'm gonna make, because I want to talk about a little bit about that, because I think it's got a big problem in its hands, that needs to be fucking fixed, because it's like, I don't know what the fuck they're thinking when they're doing a lot of this stuff. Like, I don't know where they think they're going, but like, they've got some shit they need to fix with the anime. Or, like, figure out better, I guess, is the better word, right? They need to figure some shit out, because, like, I think the anime, the actual episodes are pretty fucking cool. I think some of the stuff that's happening is actually really sick, but, like, it has no direction, right? Like, it doesn't feel like there's any, like goal, right? Like, because here's the thing, right? I like the hero's journey, right? So, like, you know, it's kind of like this, like, perfect circle, right? Like, shit happens, blah, 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 conclusion, right? So, like, the problem with Pokemon right now is, like, there's no direction in where, like, Ash is going, right? There's no direction in where Go is going or Ash is going. Like, we know what Go is ultimate goal is to catch Mew, right? And catch as many Pokemon as possible. That's his ultimate goal. But that's also his biggest flaw as well, by the way. But on top of that also, you got Ash, which just lacks any direction, right? Like, I mean, the way we're used to Pokemon working is, like, okay, here's the new region. Here are the gyms. That's the champion. Start working to get to the champion, right? Like, that's how it usually works, right? And I don't mind that format. Like, sure, it could use a little bit of a spice up, right? But, like, what I've noticed, though, is this new anime, it's just, like, how do I put it? Like, it's kind of hella directionless, honestly. Like, it's really directionless. Like, it doesn't feel like they have any clue of where the hell they're going with it. Like, it generally doesn't feel like it. It just feels like they have no clue what they're doing. And I don't know, like, it feels like they're just kind of, like, just making whatever they think of, you know what I mean? I think that's what I'm trying to say, is, like, it just feels like they're kind of doing whatever the fuck they want to do, you know what I mean? Like, oh, cool, shit, you know what? Let's take Ash to Unova now, which is actually pretty sick. But, like, you know, it's like, it doesn't feel like there's any actual direction in it, right? It just feels like it's a little bit all over the place. Like, hey, you know, maybe this is a cool idea, let's do it, right? Like, that's just it feels like, it's just like, you know, let's just do, like, random shit because it's random. You know what it feels like? Every episode feels like a filler. That's what the biggest problem I would say is. Every episode feels like it's just a filler. That I think is the biggest problem. Like, all of it just feels like it's a giant filler episode. And I think that's what the problem is, because, like, you know what normal anime, when you watch a normal anime, like, look at My Hero Academia, right? So, what's the deal with My Hero Academia? Well, you have a direction, right? So, hey, he's becoming a hero. His ultimate goal is to tell us a story about how he became the world's greatest hero, right? So, that's the thing, right? The journey we're watching is him becoming the greatest hero. In Pokemon, there's no actual direction for any of that. Like, it's just kind of like, hey, you know, he's gonna do this thing, bro. You know, it's gonna be nice. We actually won this battle, nice. But, like, it doesn't feel like there's any like, direction in where shit's going, you know what I mean? All up to date with Sword and Shield, but I find that the developers said they struggle to get all the Pokemon game, but suddenly it becomes possible. We pay $30. Well, you don't technically pay for the Pokemon that are being added. You can actually no, you technically have to pay, because, like, you can't even get access to those Pokemon unless you buy Pokemon Home. See, that's the thing, right, with this whole thing. I mean, you can also trade with people who have it in the game if they're willing to trade with you, but if you want to transfer your own Pokemon over, you would need to pay for it. So, yeah, I don't know, that shit's kind of, I don't know. I mean, you know what, at this point, is he mimicking me? Fuck off. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, hell no. Well, this Mimikyu is about to, like, essentially destroy me. Let's see. I agree, I have mixed feelings with that. To me, it feels more like they want to advertise Pokemon Go. Exactly, and that's the second problem. Pokemon Go's influence on the Sword and Shield anime, because we literally have a character called Go, okay? We have a character called fucking Go, okay? I think that's enough to, like, kind of get the point across that, like, they're trying to promote the shit out of like out of Pokemon like Go with this, right? They're trying to push more people from like to watch the like they just like it feels like they're just trying to focus more and more on the casual audience. Like, I don't know, it feels like the ones who are hardcore into Pokemon are just kind of more and more being left behind, right? And they're more trying to aim even further onto, like, the casuals. And I'm going to tell you something right now. The reason why this is happening, the reason why they're ignoring you, me, and, like, all of us who are more, like, who basically, like, listen, if you're sitting right here watching this stream right now, if you're sitting and watching my videos about Pokemon, and if you're just watching any Pokemon content on YouTube usually, and you watch it like, you know, not Pokemon Go content, but like just general Pokemon content, right? And if you watch it consistently and you stay in tune with the community, you are a hardcore fan in my opinion. You don't need to know every single Pokemon's fucking name and typing and all that bullshit, but just like the fact that you're involved in the community 24/7, that you want to know more about like Pokemon, you want to interact with the people who love Pokemon, right? In that sense, you know, and outside of Pokemon Go, that is, right? In my opinion, then you're pretty much in the camp of like the hardcore Pokemon fans. I think, okay, that's just my thoughts. So don't assume that that's like me saying that's the end all is all. But that's what I think, right? So where the people here watching this, right? You're the hardcore fans, right? Pokemon doesn't give a fuck about you, and the reason why is not because of like oh my god, they want to just like ruin you, or they hate you, or they don't care about you. I mean, they don't care about you technically speaking for one reason: you're already a fan. Okay? You are already giving them money, which is why they don't give a shit about appealing to you. Do you understand? Like, I make Pokemon videos. They don't give a shit about appealing to me and what I like because they know that if I want to keep doing my job, I gotta keep making Pokemon content no matter what the fuck they do, right? Whether they do something I don't like or do like, it doesn't matter to them because they can keep doing it as long as they want because that's just what they have the freedom to do that, right? Because they don't care, right? They don't care. And that's the same thing about you guys. You guys are already fans. There's no reason for Game Freak, for the Pokemon Company, for Nintendo, to give a shit about appealing to you because they don't care about getting you to buy the games because they know you'll buy the game no matter what. Who did they want to appeal to? To the people who don't, you know, who aren't the hardcore fans, who don't buy the games every single year, you know what I mean? That's who they want to appeal to. It's just general business strategy, right? Like, if you already have people who, it's just like, if they already, like, have people who buy their shit, why would they want to have to, like, appeal and advertise to those people when they know those people are going to buy it? No, you want to advertise to a new audience, to the new kids, to the new Pokemon Go fans, right? That's the people you want to advertise to. Not you and me, who you know you're going to buy the next Pokemon game. I know I'm going to buy the next Pokemon game, right? They don't give a shit about appealing to us, but who do they want to appeal to? The new people, of course. That's just like logical as all hell. It just makes sense, right? So what did they do with the anime now? Well, guess what? They realized, oh shit, we can literally make more fans from this and get more people in by appealing to the people, you know, who we want to get in. And who are those people we want to get in? Well, that's the people who literally don't like only play Pokemon Go or just got introduced to Pokemon through Pokemon Go, like young kids who started playing Pokemon Go, and that's how they got involved with Pokemon, right? Or people who what we call it? Oh shit! This is not. No, that did not work because it's a primary ground. Fuck's sake. But like that's the thing, right? Like if you know if they what you call it? Don't know why I went for that. I wasn't focusing. Either way, but yeah. So like it's just how do I put it? Like it just like. And Tony, don't give me that, here we go. No, I'm just like giving the general truth. It's like a logical thing. Like, for example, any franchise that's the size of Pokemon, like, why would you want to try to get your already existing fan base who's going to be there no matter what you do? Why would you try to advertise to them and appeal to them when you know they're going to be there no matter what, right? Like, I think they know for a fact that you're going to be there no matter what because of one reason, because you've always been there. You have been buying the games for if you've been a Pokemon fan since the beginning, you've been buying the games for almost 2 decades now, right? So they know that they don't need to go through the process of like, advertising to you or, like appealing to you and shit. No, they need to advertise and appeal to the younger generation, right? To the new kids coming in. Those are the people that they need to, appeal to and advertise to, because those are the ones who are the next generation once we all like lay in our fucking graves somewhere, right? Like that's basically how it is. Also, can I stop getting fucking random? Dude, I keep getting these random news from Windows. Like it's the most annoying shit ever, bro. I keep getting these random news. Like last night, I literally got these news like popping up. Like 70-year-old man stabbed 11 times in the back. I'm like, what the fuck, yo? And then I look it up. I'm like, okay, I want to know what this is. And it turns out it was literally in the park where I live. Literally in the park, like fucking where I used to go to school. Where I used to walk past. Where I actually used to dumpster dive. That's where, like, they just, like, this random old, unfortunate man got stabbed by some fucking lunatic. Well, not a lunatic, it was just an asshole. And hopefully now he's gonna, I mean, they've caught him, so hopefully he's gonna go fucking lifetime in prison. But that doesn't exist here in Sweden, so that's unfortunate. One thing the US really has really nice, which is lifetime prison sentences. Here, unfortunately, you only get 21 years. And there's another one. I don't give a shit about some random Swedish actor being in Let's Dance. I just don't care. Like, I'm just getting these random ass messages, bro. It's so annoying. I don't know. They just pop in the right corner of my screen. They're really frustrating. But yeah, where was I? Either way. So, Rasenvolt. Cool name, dude. But no, what I'm trying to say is, like, I already explained this already a few times now. From a business point of view, this is really smart and logical. Not sure if I agree with the direction of advertising to the new fans, though. Yeah, no, neither do I, bro. But that's just how it is, you know? Like, that's just how it is, mate. Wait, yeah, I used to dumpster dive. We had to survive, you know? We basically had to, like, you know, just collect, like, cans to afford, like, you know, just, we basically needed the money to pay for random shit. Vad vill du? Fuck off, jag är live! Vad fan vill du? Jag pratar engelska och hon bara, åh, du är inte live! Fuck off, yo! Nej, det kan du inte. Sätt på min lampa och fuck off. Nej, sätt på min lampa och fuck off. Snälla, bara sätt på min lampa och dra åt helvete. Stäng. Gå i helvete. What the fuck? I'm literally speaking English as he's asking me, are you recording? Oh no, I don't know. Maybe like me speaking fucking English into a microphone and like fucking stupid people. AKA my sister. Do you have Zamazenta? I don't fucking know, dude. I haven't turned on the game in ages, so I don't know. I actually have no clue. Arrow, what's good, mate? What's poppin', dude? Musa, what's good, mate? Welcome to stream. Let's see. Did I source dance? I source dance. Alright, let's source dance again. Go again. Go again. Alright. Bro, why is every move I have to attack with just like about to like straight up cause me harm? There we go. That was not Adu, that was my sister. Adu's a fucking guy, so no, that was not Adu. Also, it's not Abu, by the way, Scribble Ben. It's Adu. A-D-O. And that was not him, he's like laying in his bed or some shit. Oh, Wild Charge, perfect. Perfecto, perfecto. Una problemas más importantes. Unas problemas más importantes. Cabrón. Es muy, muy bonito. It's weird, but try to keep. What do you mean, Charles? I'm kind of confused. What do you mean? Ruffle, do you agree with the following statement? Pokemon Black and White 2 were the last games that actually felt they had proper effort put into them. No, I agree with you. I agree with you, Son Goku. I agree with you. I mean, I did enjoy like the Hoenn games. I did enjoy those. I did really enjoy those. But let me be honest, they did have their own fucking problems, to say the least, right? They had massive problems, to be honest. So like, you know, yeah, they, like, I would say that the last like actually proper games would have been Black and White 2. What's up, Jolene? What's poppin'? Oh, my body. Oh man, feels tired. Oh, Isle of Armor is probably the closest thing we are getting to a Chinese region. That it's a hint that Gen 9 is based on China. I don't think that's a hint at all. I disagree, Jasmine. I think that's just like random thinking. Also, right now, I think it's less and less of a reason for them to make a Chinese region. Unless Nintendo is trying to make a big money moves into China, which I don't know if they would want to do, because even though they're a company, like, let me be honest, like, Japanese people don't like Chinese people, and Chinese people don't like Japanese people. They have a really long history of just not liking each other, like, just in general, being kind of like, you know, enemies for a while. So, like, I don't know if, like, even internally they'd want to, like, you know, appeal to them that much, you know? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but, like, I just know based on history, right? They just don't have the best of relationships. So, would they really make a whole Pokemon region? Like, a big Japanese franchise like Pokemon, and then having, like, a region fully based on China? Especially a country that's still currently kind of a communism? Like, would they really want to base a region on it? Like, in the past, I thought it could be a cool idea, But, like, would they really do it, though? Like, I don't know. I don't think they would. I honestly don't think they would. Take a break from yearly use. Well, they kind of are, because we're not getting a new game this year. So, you know. Or at least, I don't think we are. I think we are. How big do you think the Crown Tundra world will be? Pretty small, most likely. Let me be honest, dude. Like, it's kind of seemed pretty evident that, like, you know, based on, like, just what was inside of, whatchamacallit, in Sword and Shield to begin with, how small the kind of, like, you know, open world was there, I'm not expecting a big one. Like, I'm not going in. Like, I'm not going into it with the expectations there's going to be crazy shit there, honestly. Let's see. Me wants vodka country for Pokemon game. True. No, but like seriously though, like they have a bad relationship. I don't think they'd want to make a region about like, you know, based on a country that like Japan just doesn't get along with, you know? Like just it just like I don't know, it just wouldn't make sense a lot. I think they would rather go to countries where they, you know, which have more appeal to them and more appeal to a larger, you know, scale audience. Because I don't know how big the Pokemon audience is in Japan. In China. I don't know how big it is there. Like, I don't know, it's just, like, it doesn't, I don't know how big it is, I don't know how large it is, or how, like, you know, how much they have an interest in, like, you know, Pokemon or whatever, but it's a big general country, right? Like, China is huge, and it makes a lot of money, a lot of fucking money for companies. Oh, shit, it's a freaking Steel type, why'd I go for Play Rough? I'm about to lose this. An Egyptian or Greek region. Yeah, that's where I think we should go, right? I think even Italian region, Spanish region, like fucking another American region would be cool, right? I wouldn't mind a Swedish region or a Finnish region or a Norwegian, Danish, like no, okay, not the Danes, but but the Swedes, you know, like the Norwegians, the Finnish, right? And again, not the Danes. Not the Danes. By the way, it's just a little bit of a Swedish inside joke. Either way, imagine making a Pokemon game inspired in not having a oh god. No, just no, Rodrigo, no. No, just big no. Holy shit, Psycho Freak! What's up? It's been a while. What's good? Thank you so much for the $3.3 donation. Thank you so much, Psycho, for the $3 donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's been a while. I have not seen you in chat in a long time. What's good? Thank you so much, Psycho, for the $3 donation. Brazilian region would be actually pretty cool. I'm Soviet Russian Pikachu catches you. Canadian region. That would actually be sick. A Canadian region would probably be the sickest. I think though, like, I would love a Swedish/Norwegian region. Norwegian and Swedish region would be like actually really cool in my opinion. Because then it would be like, you know, kind of a mixture of like this kind of like old Viking era, mixed with like this beautiful nature and shit. It'll be sick. I've been seeing China players attending the international regional events for VGC. So I mean, clearly that's pretty evident, right? Like that kind of obvious that would be happening. Like it's like you know, it's a large country. Like what's China in terms of population now? Like two billion, give or take, right? Or more? Shit, I don't know. China population. Let me check. 1.3 billion. I thought it was going to be like 2 billion or some shit, but I guess 1.3. Actually, what's the biggest country? Isn't the largest country in population like India? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it's India, isn't it? Let's see, India population. Let's check. Let's see, 1.3. Oh wait, shit. So they're basically no. So China's bigger. I thought India had surpassed them. And they probably will surpass them. Oh, they're on the way to surpass them because China's birth rate is actually falling as like there's more abortions and shit. Sorry, I watch a lot of videos about like people who live in China and like, you know, generally the environment and stuff like that over there and whatnot. And as far as I've heard, basically the actual childbirth rate is just dropping like crazy because of the whole like one child rule, and now it's like two child rule. And you know, first they were trying to dissuade people from having children, now they're trying to get them to make children. But it's besides the point. But 1.386. All right. So again, big fucking country, all right? Like they're huge. It's a huge country. It's a lot of people. So it's a big business market, right? Like it's a big cesspool of people you can use to make money from, basically, for companies, right? So that's why you see Blizzard, right, selling out. You see Blizzard selling out to China. You see the NBA selling out to China. All these countries, right, basically giving themselves over to to like Chinese like money, because it's Chinese money and there's a lot of it to be made. So that's why they're giving themselves over there. And I think it's a similar situation. Like, if it, you know, will Pokemon go down the same way? Will they basically give over, you know, their like basically like essentially sell out to you know, to try to reach that audience, or will they try to like, you know, instead just still sell the games there but not have to like, you know, force themselves to appeal to that audience in particular, right? So, like, what happened with, like, for example, Rainbow Six Siege, if you guys don't know Rainbow Six Siege, right? What Ubisoft did was, because of China, I'm dating myself, and I ruffled hard when he said, I'm not the Danish. Yeah, he said, it's an inside joke. Yeah, it's an inside joke. Yo, Spirit, thank you for the 5, mate.
They did Europe already.
Will be a good since they did Europe already. Probably South Asia. Yeah, dude, I would love like a Thailand region or like a Indonesia. Like Thailand, Indonesia would be sick. I wouldn't mind like Vietnam would be sick, dude. I would love a Vietnam region. Shit, there's like a lot of options. Like there's a lot of options. I think just China in particular is nothing. I wouldn't mind a Chinese region. It would be actually pretty fucking cool. But like the problem though is like the relationship between the two countries. That's the big problem, right? Like how would that work, right? How would like I think the problem would be that very nationalistic Japanese people would get pissed off, right? And I think Nintendo doesn't want to piss off a big portion of its audience, right? Which is Japanese people. Because Japan is where Pokemon sells, like, the most, I'd say, right? Like, sure, Pokemon sells in the rest of the world, but usually, like, the combined sales of Europe and North America are basically, like, the sales of, you know, just Japan, usually, for Pokemon games. Let me see, Pokemon Japan sales. So I think it, like, basically Japan takes home the biggest chunk of like the sales there. In terms like rather it like in China they get the most. Let me see. VG's charts might have like the actual details on that. Let me see. Give me the VG charts. Video game charts. Let's see. Let's see. All right. So the best-selling games in Japan for like I think 2019 here for a specific period was like Pokemon Sword and Shield sold 3 million copies, right? Just in Japan. Philippines would be sick as well. Singapore would be cool. Yeah, I can agree with that. I wouldn't mind a Middle Eastern like one as well. Maybe Turkey. I mean that's not really Middle East, I guess, but like Turkey would be cool. I don't know. It's a lot of options. But yeah, I don't know. Like what I'm trying to say is, like, Japan is a large part of the sales. If they did something to piss that audience off, which, by the way, like, I don't know how nationalistically pride the Japanese are. Like, I think they're far more open-minded than most other, like, you know, countries and that sort of stuff and people. But, like, at the same time, there's a history there. And, like, would you be willing to take the heat? Because I bet you, like, a lot of, like, the nationalistic type of, like, you know, media in Japan would probably, like, really go after and attack Nintendo, as well as, like, the Pokemon Company, if they did a region based on China, you know what I mean? And, like, didn't, like, you know, emphasize more of the Japanese pride and Japanese history or whatever, you know? I think that could be kind of troublesome for them. But, like, honestly, who knows? Like, it could really go any other possible way. I don't really know. But this Ferrothorn has basically ruined me. But yeah, who knows? Philippines region would be cool. Yeah, I would definitely be on board for that. 100%. Iceland would be sick as well. Dude, Greenland, hell no. Because Greenland is just like, it's just ice. It's like nothing else. Like, there's just fucking pure ice there. Right? At least Iceland is actually fucking unique. It's got like geysers and shit, like and volcanoes and stuff. Like, that shit's cool, okay? But Greenland, bro, Greenland's lame, okay? Greenland's just a chunk of ice. Like, there's fuck all there, bro. Until there's enough global warming to melt all that ice, we won't be seeing Greenland make a lot of impact. Once all that ice is melted, we're gonna conquer that shit, alright? We're gonna go over there, we're gonna tell the Danish, get the fuck out, we want to grow some green crops on this green land. I'm just joking. But again, shout out to Denmark. Let's see, freeze you dry, let's see. My man just switched out on me. It'd be like having, like to have Portugal-based region, a mix between Hoenn, Sinnoh, and Alola. Could be sick. I know, like, Portugal's got a lot of beautiful places, so definitely not. Definitely wouldn't be too bad, so, like, I wouldn't have anything against it, right? Maybe these newer games are for the new generation to enjoy with... What do you mean, Jonathan? That makes no fucking sense. Like, I'm confused. What does that have to do with what I'm talking about? Like, huh? I think next region will be Africa because Egypt and North Africa is related to Europe and Asian history. Yeah, there's a lot of history there, right? Like, because a lot of the Egyptian history matches really well with the European history of, like, Italy and shit, right? Because I think, like, back in, like, the fucking, you know, Roman days and et cetera, et cetera. I think that whole section right there, you know, Greece, Italy, Spain, like, where you have, like, today's Morocco and Egypt and, like, Libya and whatnot, like all that part of the world, and like on the side where like you know, today's Israel, you know, etc. and whatnot, like Turkey and shit like whatever the fuck, like all that stuff, like that area right there of the world of Europe and all that shit, right? And like you know, North Africa. Thank you so much for $5, Brett.
Give a small summary.
Everything we know so far about Sword.
SWSD. Only if you can.
What do you mean by the SWSD? You mean Sword and Shield DLC? Is that what you mean? I'm assuming that's what you mean. Sword and Shield DLC. Well, what do we know about the DLC? Well, not really a lot, to be honest, man. There's really nothing we know, to be honest, bro. Like, there's the info from the trailers, and that's it. There's really nothing else. We just know that on the Pokemon Day, we're going to get a new Mythical revealed. There's a potential for a new Pokemon Direct on Pokemon Day, which is on the 27th of February, so that's about, like, what, 4 days away, give or take? So yeah, we've got Hoopa, and Middle Eastern region would be nice. I would love that, honestly. But like I said though, like that whole part of the world there, Europe and all that shit, like that part of the world, like there's a big history, long history of that part of the world, and like raging wars and shit like that, and like, you know, just a bunch of shit happened in that part of the world. So I wouldn't really see any issue or any confusion in like them expanding upon that or doing something with that. Like I don't see it like why they wouldn't do it, you know? Let's see, Glorious not in. No, it's Gekon. Don't give me no your Pega fucking answers, bro. The EU, okay, the EU, Europe, right? And the EU you're thinking of, right? Like the EU, like the whatchamacallit, the conglomerate, right? Which like I guess not the union, right? The EU union, right? It's two different things, my little Pega friend. Because no, Europe and the European Union are two different things. The European Union is a union, okay? It's my little Pepega. It is two different things, motherfucker. I know, but that's also why I call you a Pepega, you fucking idiot. I know you're joking. That's also why I'm fucking, like, intentionally giving you a hard explanation on the difference. Even though I fucking get to, you know it, bro. Like, but, let's be honest, though. There was a Pokemon Brexit as well, right? Dexit. So yeah, what if the new event raid is the new mystery monkey mythical? I don't think so. Wait, maybe it is. I fucking don't know, dude. Second DLC could be developed with Breath of the Wild team. I don't. Again, Charles. There's no proof of that. Like you need some actual, like, you know, evidence for it, right? Now that's just like you wishfully thinking, right? Like if there's at least like an inch of evidence or like a good theory behind it, then sure. But you know, just giving the statement, I think that the Breath of the Wild team is working with the second DLC. Well, what makes you think that, right? Like, give me an explanation as to why you think that. Is there a specific reason for you thinking it? Or is there, like, a theory or some information or a leak? Like, is there any specific reason for it, right? You know, like, that's where I want to know a little bit more. Because if you just make a statement, it, like, doesn't really tell me much. But if you actually give an explanation, I will be more inclined to believe you. So, give me a little bit more of, like, an in-depth explanation as to why you think that'd be possible. What about region based on Holland? I wouldn't see an issue with that. Though, isn't your country, technically speaking, like, in the next few... I mean, well... Wait, shit, didn't Holland have the same issue as, like, a lot of other countries recently in Europe? During, like, the... whatchamacallit? Was it, like, during summer? Didn't you guys have a problem with the heat as well? Like, the level of warmth was actually so fucking insane. And then there's been, like, just generally, like, isn't, like, Holland kind of risking to go underwater in a few decades? Like, because of the rising sea levels? Or am I wrong about that? I know I remember something about that from school and just, like, generally on the internet. But I just know that, like, Holland's in a lot of trouble. So I hope you guys are safe over there. Hopefully nothing happens to y'all. Because I know y'all, like, just live on, like, low land levels, right? Like high sea levels coming up and just getting higher and shit. So y'all watch out over there in Holland. And if you need to, just, you know, escape to, like, I don't know, Sweden. Because we got a lot of space here in the north, let me be honest. This country is like fucking, like, there's so much space, but nobody wants to go up north, bro. Everybody wants to stay down south, where it's warm and nice. But nobody wants to go up to the north, man. Nobody wants to come to the cold. Or the rainy places. Like, I live in the rainiest fucking part of Sweden, dude. So much rain here, okay? So much rain. It's depressing, okay? But, hey, guess what? We got space. Either way. They could work on Gen 9. You guys think we gonna see this battle finish? What do you think about Game Freak move closer to Nintendo? So maybe this could be a good sign. Yeah, we talked about that, and that's where one of my theories, for example, about potentially, which also came from another like a rumor / leak, which is that hey, we could potentially, see a collaboration between the two countries, you know what I mean? Or not countries, two companies, right? Nintendo and Game Freak working together with their different teams. There's Evolution for Galarian Century. Do you think Pokemon Company will continue to use DLC after Isle of Armor, like New Area and Galar North and West in DLC 3 and 4? They could possibly do that. Highly likely they could do that. And I think that's what they want to do most likely, because it just gives them less to work with, like less problems to work with, and it just gives them more time to work on the next game, and that way they can also make, essentially the money they would have made from a game by just making like small DLC stuff. Let's see, let's put that right there. Let's go for Fluff Puff. The fuck is Super Staff Bros Brawl? What is this, yo? A shiny Sceptile. Alright, let's go. Come on, region based on an eastern country. The past few regions were based on western countries. Yeah, I would dude, I'd love one based on like some fucking like, I don't know. Like imagine one based on the fucking Balkans, dude, where I'm from. From Bosnia or like, the countries down there. That shit would be fun. Like, that shit would actually be really fun. But that's never going to happen though. Like they're always going to go for the countries that are popular. Like, they're going to go for the countries that like you hear about in Hollywood. Like, oh, Paris, Paris, Eiffel Tower, it's very beautiful. Or the UK, we're from London. We're nice. We're having a good time, They're going to go for those. They're going to go for like, howdy partner, we're from Texas, They're gonna go for like the US, right? Or like New York, big towers, big place, I was gonna say Queen Elizabeth. No, I was meant the fucking lady with the big stick in the sky. I can't remember. Liberty, Statue of Liberty. There you go, something like that, right? Like they're gonna go for the more popular places, right? That they know from general media, right? Like from Hollywood media and that sort of stuff, or entertainment that they've seen. They're going to go for that. They're not going to go for some random country they've never heard of. Like, or like they've probably heard of, but they just don't care about. Like, they're not going to go for us small countries, They're going to go for the big shit, right? The big kahungas, like big ones. They're going to go for those ones. Like they're going to go for... Italy is a good one that you can expect to see next, right? I think Italy is highly possible. Greek region, Italian region, Egyptian region is possible. Spanish possible region, Those are the ones that I think are highly possible. I think it's overdue time for another Japanese region, honestly. Like, I think it's overdue time for another Japanese region. Like, we haven't seen a Japanese region in, like, ages. So, like, what was the last one? Like, what was the last one? Was it Unova? No. Unova was a mix of America. So the last one was Sinnoh. Sinnoh was the last one, right? That was based on like what? That's based on the northern part of China, or like northeastern part of China, which is like what's it called again? Hokkaido, I think, right? I think it's Hokkaido, right? Isn't Hokkaido the coldest part? I think it's Hokkaido. Yeah, is Hokkaido is the coldest part, right? I mean, it's beautiful in summer as well, and guess whatnot, but it's also the coldest part of like Japan, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. Australia too. That's also another one of those Crocodile Dundee. Got myself. That's not a knife. This a knife. They're gonna go for those ones, right? The most popular place in the world, right? Like that's where they're gonna go. They're not gonna. Oh shit. All right. Let's see. Can't stay the night. For fuck's sake. Lul. Oh no, shit, it's a ghost type. Oh fuck, I didn't think about that. Well, I mean, that doesn't really work. You know what? I don't know what to do. I don't even know what to do. Let's see. No, Peyton, no. I don't mean Alola, because Alola was not based on Japan. Alola was based on fucking Alola was based on Hawaii. That's what I was trying to say. Hawaii. That's what it was based on. Let's see. New generation to enjoy. Have you ever thought about? Wait. But Jonathan, what the fuck do you mean, bro? Like, what are you even talking about, bro? Like, you're just making a statement, but you're not explaining it. What the fuck are you on about? Like, okay, so what is your grand statement there, bro? Like, explain yourself. Because you're just saying, maybe these new games are for the new generation to enjoy. Have you thought of that? Okay, but what do you mean by that? Like, what are you responding to that I'm saying that you're trying to get across? Like, you're just fucking saying shit, but I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. Like, what's your point? Explain yourself, or else, like, I'm not gonna understand what you're on about, mate. What do you think are the most well-known things from Sweden that they could base things off of? Vikings, I guess? It's the most popular fucking thing. I don't know. IKEA? Shit, I don't know, bro. There's not a lot here, honestly. I mean, there's a lot of famous people from here, but, like, it's not really special. Let me be honest with you. There's really nothing special about this country. Like, sure, there's interesting things from history and shit, but, like, stuff that we know, but you guys have no fucking clue about. You know? But I think the Australian region would be one of the coolest, honestly, because, like, Australia is just so filled with, like, nature and, like, shit like that. Like, it honestly would make a lot of sense to go down there for a region, but, like, I don't understand why they haven't done it yet. The base region of Australia, I better see a Steve Irwin, like, character in there. True. Let's see, what else comment? Okay, cool, gotcha, Peyton, gotcha. Let's see. What's good? Ariamis the God, what's good, mate? What's poppin', dude? Pew, 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 pew. Oh, man. Oh, man, I feel so fucking tired. Ouch. Brazilian region that also, well, that could be nice. Yeah, true. Well, I don't know where they're going to take the next generation, bro, or, like, the next region. Oh, no, I went for it again. Fuck me. Alright, no, I'm sorry. Fluffle Puff, but I feel like surrendering this one. This shit ain't working for me. I can't win this. Well, that's nice, wasn't it? But India because of the Couperage. I mean, just because there's a Pokemon with like in you know, Indian, like, based slightly on Indian stuff, like, it doesn't mean that we're gonna get an Indian region, you know? Like, I don't think it's enough, like, proof. Ow, jeez. Ow. Oh, shout out to Algeria, dude. Actually, back in before I was born, I guess, like, from my mother's father, aka my grandpa, he actually worked in Algeria. Like, they used to hire a lot of whatchamacallit, a lot of, like, people from Bosnia to come over and, like, you know, just do carpentry and that sort of stuff. So he actually worked there for a while and said it was just beautiful. So yeah, shout out to you, mate. What's new, Ruff? Bentu, not a lot, mate, not a lot. I meant about we all complaining about these newest games not being like the older ones. Did you ever think that they may be trying to make games for the new generation, not to help what? Okay, listen, Jonathan. Okay, mate, you've been around for a long time, mate. You know how I'm gonna respond to this, and I'm gonna just break down your shit, okay? Who are the people that have supported them since day one? Us, okay? Who's been giving them money for 2 decades? Us, okay? So try to make the argument like, well, you know, maybe they would make games for the new generation. That just isn't enough of a good argument. Just because, like, a new generation's coming around doesn't mean that you can just, like, shit on the rest of us who've been supporting the company up until this point and just casually, like, making worse games. Also, who fucking cares about this them making a game for the newer generation or older generation? That doesn't matter because the games are just shit to begin with. That's the problem. The problem isn't, like, the games are not intended for us or blah 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 blah. So in your mind, making, like, the new generation deserves worse games. Is that what you're trying to make? Like, okay. It's like, you know, you see, I can't do the voice. I need to stop. But, like, in your mind, bro, like, you're making it sound as if, like, they can make worse games because they're not intended to us. That's what you make it sound like. Just because they're not making games for us, they can suddenly make worse games for the new people. And then that's the problem as well, because the new people, they get the idea that that's how Pokemon games are meant to be like. So they accept mediocrity, okay? They accept a worse product because that's what they get accustomed to. My siblings right now are the worst to deal with, okay? They're the honestly worst to deal with. Why? Because they've grown up now as small kids, right? They've grown up from like the day they were born until now. they have been introduced to like microtransactions, to all this shit, right? And just like worse and worse video games. And I'm looking at them and I'm looking at how like easily they're willing to just kind of ask for money to spend on like, on fucking like, whatchamacallit, on microtransactions and shit, right? I'm looking at that, I'm like, bro, when I was a kid, I was not allowed to get a fucking World of Warcraft subscription because my parents thought it was a horrible thing. And I when I think back, yeah, it kind of was, right? Like, spending money on a fucking video game every single month is kind of ludicrous, and it stacks up to a lot of money, right? Whereas I could buy a singular game and play it for like a fucking several months and get more enjoyment out of that, and more like, you know, time well spent, you know, from that, you know, instead. Whereas now, everything's being split up. So, listen. All they're doing is now that they know they have a new generation of audience, a new audience of generation of an audience, right? A new generational audience. That's the word I was looking for, right? Now that they know they have a new generation audience, they know that they can basically like take away features that we had. They're taking away features we had and selling them separately because they know they can get away with it, right? And you know, there's this one image which I fucking hate. This one fucking image that I really hate. Because I'm about to roast the shit out of this fucking image. Because I just despise it for one particular reason. And, like, you know, it's easiest way to find the image is by going to Twitter and going to the Pokemon Twitter account and just looking in the responses. Because you'll find it down there. 100%. So let's see. I'm going to find it right now and just show you what I'm talking about. This image right here. And this is what all the people who support, like, you know, Game Freak always tweet. It's this shit right here. And let me explain why this is 100% wrong, okay? Let me explain why this is 100% wrong. Let me zoom in here and really quickly explain why this is bullshit right here, okay? Let me explain to you why this image is bullshit. So, let's start with that, okay? First things first. Breath of the Wild. Considered one of the best games ever made, okay? It's got amazing open world. Combat is fun. Generally, a great game. Story, a little bit iffy, but other than that, the game is actually awesome, alright? Next game. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, okay? The game has fucking hours upon hours of gameplay, story, monsters, characters. Like, there's so much fucking shit in Xenoblade Chronicles, and also, it has better graphics, better textures, and better animations than Sword and Shield. Oh, and also, that's the same thing for Breath of the Wild. Better graphics, better animations, and better just designs and shit than Sword and Shield. Keep that in mind, okay? Again, Xenoblade Chronicles, a fucking game filled with content, okay? So much content, it's actually ludicrous, okay? It's just loaded with content, alright? Next thing, Smash Bros. Ultimate. The game literally from launch had every single character that was in the previous games, okay? Every single character. Do you understand? Every single one of the ones that were in the previous games. Some from the first one to the second to the third to the fourth until Ultimate. Every single character was included, alright? Every single one of them. Dwayne, watch, yeah, fuck's sake, dude, not again. Every single one was included, okay? Next thing. Splatoon 2, the Octo expansion, whatever the fuck. Let's not talk about the expansion just yet, okay? Splatoon 2. Again, more maps, improvements, characters, weapons, etc. added to it, right, over the first one. More content, full game. It's a full game. Nothing was cut from it. It's a full game, alright? The games on the top here. Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, alright? Third versions of Pokemon games, alright? Third versions. We've been used to them. We've been seeing them for ages. Now, what did they do? Well, they just added some extra content to the already existing games and fixed general issues that were there, okay? Now, they've been a problem since day one. We've all complained about the third version since day one. We have. I've always said, I don't know why they do the third versions. It's kind of like just a easy way for them to make more money, whereas they can just add this as DLC, and we're getting there, DLC, or just a free update, because they could literally do that. But here's the thing, though, okay? Let's go back to all the original games we talked about, and why they shouldn't be included in this list. Breath of the Wild is already a good game to begin with. The expansion pass is not needed for you to enjoy the full game, okay? It was a full game to begin with. You bought it, you get a full experience, okay? Buy it, here's the full game, here's everything you want from a Zelda game. The puzzles, the adventures, the fucking story, the gameplay, the fighting, the battles, etc. Here's everything, there you go, there's the open world as well. Boom, you got a full game. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, okay? fucking insanely large game. Got open world areas. You got like several of them. Tons of shit to explore. Loads of characters. Tons of story. Everything is voice acted, by the way. Okay? Loaded game. Guess what? This expansion is almost like the size of a full new game. Okay? This expansion for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is like a full fucking new game on top of the already huge game to begin with, okay? With loads of good content in it, alright? Splatoon 2, again, a full game, a finished, full experience game. With the Octo expansion, just expanding it, right? You expanding upon the finished product. Smash Bros. Ultimate, a game with every single character, including a story mode in it, including like a bunch of other shit added, tournaments, blah, 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 whatever the fuck, right? All the characters are in the game, by the way. Every single previous character is in the game. The expansion pass for it, the fighter pass, is only there for the new characters that have never existed in the game before that are being added, okay? That's what it exists for. The game is already a full game to begin with, okay? It's a full game to begin with, okay? Look at Sword and Shield down here, okay? This is bullshit. I suddenly have standards now. Sword and Shield is not a full game. It isn't. Smash Bros. Had every single character from every single one of the other games. What did Pokemon have? Half the Pokemon from every other game. Half of them, but not just that, also half everything else. Because the story is bog standard and boring, okay? It just isn't fun. I don't see what people lambast and, oh my god, it's amazing. It really isn't. It's just lame. It's not interesting at all, right? The world feels smaller, the routes are more compact, and there's no post-game whatsoever. I mean, you can make the argument, oh, there's that little story part at the end. That's fuck all in terms of a post-game, and on top of that, there's nothing else to do in the game, right? You can go into your raid battles, right? Cool, it's a feature from Pokemon Go, boo-hoo, right? You can do that over and over again, but that gets boring quickly as well. What else is there? Nothing. You can do shiny hunting, but guess what? You could have done that since Generation 2, so that's nothing new. You can do Wi-Fi battle, so guess what? You could also have done that since back then. I mean, not really Wi-Fi battle, but you know, Wi-Fi battling isn't nothing new. It's been around for a decade now, right? So again, nothing new. Again, like nothing new from that, right? So what is there to really do there? Oh, Pokemon Camp, right? Okay, cool. I can mess around with my Pokemon for a bit. Like, isn't that just like Pokemon Ami? Like Pokemon Ami, but just like more Pokemon like inside of the camp rather than Pokemon Ami where it's just a singular Pokemon. That's it, right? Like that's it. Battle Tower, oh boo-hoo. It's the same shit we've had with the last generation, bro. It's nothing new. It's like there's nothing there. Like there's nothing there that's being brought over that we wanted. You know, really specifically wanted. And there's nothing like brand new that's really interesting. It's mostly like the same shit we've already seen. Right? And like, it's just empty. It's empty. It's missing half the Pokemon. It's missing half the game. So that's why when they introduce an expansion pass for $30 to an unfinished game, we get pissed off. Because it's an unfinished game. That's the problem. It isn't a finished game to begin with. It isn't a full game, which is why you can't make these two comparisons. Breath of the Wild is a finished game. Xenoblade Chronicles is a finished game. Splatoon 2 is a finished game. Smash Bros. Ultimate is a finished game. Okay? The games on the top there as well. They're also pretty fucking finished, and they're great games. We love all of them. They're all great. The only reason they're, though, why we just kind of like casually accepted those, was because, guess what? Not everybody bought those anyways, right? Like, I actually ended up not picking up Sun and Moon, but picking up Ultra Sun and Moon, right? Because I picked up Sun and Moon, but I only played it on Citra, but then I actually bought Ultra Sun and Moon, and then I decided, like, going back and, like, you know what, I want to support the company, to see where things go, so I bought Sun and Moon, and now I have it, like, Sun, not Moon, but I've got it, like, somewhere over there, I don't fucking know, but either way, and, like, when I was a kid, I got Platinum, whereas my brother got Diamond, because I wanted Platinum because I knew it was the third version, and I wanted the third version because I knew it was going to be the complete game, and my brother just wanted to have a different game from me, so he got Diamond. So, like, my point is, like, the point I'm trying to make is, like, how do I put this? It's like, you can't make this image here, it pisses me off because it isn't a true comparison. Like, you can't compare, like you can't compare finished games with like DLC, which actually adds to the existing story and adds to the existing world. Like it adds, right? It adds. This what the Sword and Shield expansion pass does. It fills in the missing parts. It doesn't add to like the existing game. It just fills in the parts that were missing, right? Because guess what? The expansion pass looks cool, but why the fuck wasn't that there to begin with? Why didn't you just take a break for a year, Game Freak? and just include this in the base game? Why wasn't that not doable? Why do you have to sell this separately? Why? There's no particular reason. I mean, they're making it sound like, hey, this is a good thing, guys, because we were going to include this in the third version, but we thought, we could do a DLC instead, because we think it's better for you guys. And we don't want, this is way better for you guys, and it's way cheaper. Haha. Why do we now need to have, like, 2 different subscription models to transfer our Pokemon? You remember when you could just transfer Pokemon over normally? But now it's like, you gotta get Pokemon Bank, you gotta get Pokemon Home, cool. Oh, you gotta get the Nintendo Switch subscription, cool. It's like, why? Like, is everything going down this subscription path, or everything needs to be sold separately, right? It's like literally, it's like buying a fucking Big Mac, and like every fucking piece of the burger is like sold separately to you. It's like, you used to be able to just buy the thing, just buy what you want. Here's the full fucking game. But now everything is sold separately. This is separate, 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 this is separate. It's like, why can't everything just be in a singular package? That's all I want. Just put it all in a package. Just like one singular package, and just make that package like $90. And at least then, you can be like, hey, guess what? It's $90 to begin with, so fuck you. Buy it or get the fuck out. Don't just like separate everything into fucking sections. Like, this is this. Why? Why would we need to go down that path? Why? Like, why? Also, on top of that, Pokemon Home is a broken mess, by the way. Literally ruined some people's Switches. Didn't really work too well for most people. Like, it had so many issues, bugs and shit, and they're still trying to make money off of that. It's like, I don't think people understand, but like, a company doesn't give a shit about you, okay? Game Freak doesn't give a shit about you. Nintendo doesn't give a shit about you. The Pokemon Company doesn't give a shit about you. None of them give a shit about any of us. They only want our pockets, right? They only want our wallets and, the money out of our pockets. That's all they want, because that's their job. Their job is to do that, right? That's all they want. But people still defend that. They defend companies who only exist to make money off of you because they're so attached, because they don't, people don't have anything else to attach themselves to, so they'll just defend anything a company does, even if it is just against their own good, it just is how it is. I don't know. Here's the thing. Again, I have no issue with the DLC in general, but it's how it was done, right? And you don't, people are but the Pokemon being added, we've got 200 new, old Pokemon being added, right? And they're for free, but they're not for free, okay? It's a business strategy calling them free, a free update. It's a business strategy to make you think that it's a free thing, but it isn't, because think about it, right? How do you get these new Pokemon? Well, you've got 3 options, right? 1, try to spend a lot of time to, unless, you got, a bunch of friends, which I know a lot of my audience said they don't have friends to trade with, right? They don't have a lot of people to trade with. They have a trouble, finding people to trade with. Guess what? So, option 1 is find a friend that has the DLC, so one of you 2 people still needs to buy a DLC then. Find a friend who can trade you the Pokemon, right, that you want from the DLC or whatever. Or option number 2, use your own Pokemon from previous games and trade them over, but guess what? There's a problem. To do that, you need to buy Pokemon Bank and Pokemon Home, right? That's option number 2, spend money, right? Or option number 3, buy the DLC and catch the Pokemon in the DLC, wild areas. So it's only one of those options is free, but not really, because one person still needs to buy that. Still, one person needs to exist that still buys that DLC for you to get your hands on those Pokemon. Or you need to go through and spend money on Pokemon Home to then transfer over, or spend money on fucking or spend money on the DLC and just get them on your own, right? Well, that's the problem, is that's limited though, is the problem, Luxera. Also, it doesn't work, because I think if we go to Pokemon Home, right? I think you can't trade it over to Sword and Shield unless you have I think you can only store them there, but you can't do the transfer though. Let me see. So what does it look like here? So let's see what premium is. So moving Pokemon from Bank is unavailable for the basic version. So you can't even do that, mates. You can't even do that. Number of Pokemon that can be deposited, 30. Number of Pokemon that can be placed in the Wonder Box, blah blah. That's not really important. These are just this shit is not important to our current question. But you can't even do that unless you buy the premium. You can't really move Pokemon from Pokemon Bank into Pokemon Home. You need to first have Pokemon Bank, which you need to transfer shit over, which you can get for like a month free now, or like, I mean, I think that's going to be over by by next month, because I think it's only for the first month, like, after the release of Pokemon Home, but now it's going to be over sooner or later. But like, you still got to buy Pokemon Bank, and then you have to essentially buy premium if you want to transfer it over. The only other way to do it is like transferring Pokemon from, I guess, where the fuck would you even transfer over from? I guess like the other games, like Let's Go Pikachu, maybe Sword and Shield. But like, what? I don't know. What's the purpose in that, right? Like, this is the thing people are missing. It's like you gotta get your hands on Pokemon Bank, right, to actually do this. And then once you have got Pokemon Bank, you need to actually get the premium to do it, because it's unavailable for the basic plan. So like, it's just like, yeah, sure, it's like $16, but that's still $16. That's still money they're asking from you. And if you stack that together, which you already paid for the game, $60, then add another like $16 to that. That's $76 to like to Nintendo. And then on top of that, add like your Nintendo Switch subscription. That like stacks up to somewhere about like $90, give or take, right? Like, it stacks up, right? Like, it might seem like small money, but it stacks up after a bit, I don't know. But this image, I hate it. This is such a propaganda fucking image bullshit. Like, this shit is so BS. It's like, it's so false, because every single one of these, like, 4 games here, all these games are actually, like, full-fledged finished games, whereas Sword and Shield isn't. It's just a half a game. And that's the shit, like, I don't know, that's the shit that kind of, like, annoys me. They have a, she can't freak, literally, I don't know, she to be this. Oh, I'm not sure what that is to do anything, but either way, I already found all the starters. Coolio, mates. Just by trading Pokemon I already had in Sword. Sick, dude. I stole my Nintendo DS games. That's unfortunate. By the way, my point is just like, like, oh yeah, guys, remember when they said, guys, we removed a lot of Pokemon from the national decks because we wanted to balance the game, and we wanted to improve the animation of the models. So that's why we removed half the Pokédex, because we wanted to improve the animation and the models, and sorry, the animation, not the models, but we just want to improve the animation, and we wanted to improve the Wi-Fi scene, because too many Pokemon made it hard to balance the game, so we removed Pokemon to balance the game, right? We removed Pokemon to balance the game. So yeah, guys, we removed Pokemon to balance the game, so that's the reason, and that's why we removed Pokemon. It's like, but wait a minute. You removed Pokemon to balance the game? Then why the fuck are you adding 200 Pokemon back? Wouldn't that mess with your balance? Wouldn't that go against your balance? Because that makes no sense. What happens to your subscription, to your store Pokemon when your subscription is over? Do you lose your Pokemon at home? I have no clue. I have no fucking clue, mate. I have no info for that, mate. I don't know. But you guys remember when they literally said they removed Pokemon because of balance, and now they're adding those Pokemon back, but with the incentive of like, oh, we also have a DLC alongside them, guys. I mean, they're free, but guess what? We have a DLC. It's only $30. It's like, come on, really? Like, come on. Come on, please. Come the fuck on. It's just bullshit. But you know what? At this point, who cares? People defend that view. You do not lose your Pokemon. That's good to know. So someone in the company wanted more money, and the other part is more time. Well, that's the thing, right? Like they use other franchises like Mario and like fucking Zelda to make quality games, and then Pokemon's kind of like the cash cow, right? Pokemon's the cash cow because it's the biggest one out of all of them. Like sure, Mario has made more money from the video games, but Pokemon makes more money overall. Just overall makes more money because of the fucking merchandise and the cards and all that shit. But yeah, either way, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to end the stream right here. I don't want to be depressed about Pokemon, bro. I wanted to come in and like talk about positively about Pokemon today, but it seems like we always end up having like these long-ass discussions with like negative connotations, so I'm going to just end it off right here, guys. Thank you for today's stream, guys. Thank you for all you guys who came through. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Have a great day, ladies and gents. And I apologize for being negative. I apologize. I want to be positive about Pokemon, but it is kind of rough. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's kind of rough. I mean, I don't know, man. It is what it is. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, you guys have a good day, good time. I'll catch you guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow most likely, but we'll see. But yeah, have yourselves a good day, guys, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.